Kristina witnessed Sonny beating Dex. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel General Hospital. Brooklyn and Chase have their first dance. Violet catches the bouquet, and Cody and Sasha grow closer. Plus, Brennan hatches a plan. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the Metro Court, Brooklyn decides to make the rounds. Dante tells Chase he's a lucky man, and Chase says he knows it. Anna asks Sam how the PI business is and if she has any new cases, but Sam says it's the same old. Brooklyn thanks Jason for coming. Jason congratulates her and knows Monica would have liked to have been here. Carmine and Gloria tell Sonny they don't see him enough and invite him to their big 4th of July party. Brooklyn approaches and thanks Uncle Dimples for coming. Gloria and Carmine tell Blaze that their great-grandkids love her music, and Carmine jokes Gloria loves it too. Gloria asks if Blaze will perform tonight. Kristina explains she's a guest. Natalia intrudes and says it wouldn't be a good look if Brooklyn's most important client performed at the wedding. Kristina appears annoyed. Maxie gives Jason a hug, and when Spinelli tries to make it a group hug, Jason pushes him away. Spinelli tells Maxie that the violinist was great. Maxie explains he is a cousin of Brooklyn's. Lois tells Gio how great he did and how the entire family is proud of him. Finn is a bit distracted by the sip of champagne he took. Violet approaches Finn and asks her dad what he thought of her song. He says she was amazing. They hug, and Finn is in tears. Liz sends Violet on a task and asks Finn if something happened to upset him. She assumes he's worried about his dad and suggests they not think about his struggling at the altar as now he's having a wonderful time. Anna approaches Jason, who is off in a corner, and tells him that he's causing a scene, so rein it in. She is joking and tells him to try and forget about Kate's, Brennan, and Pikeman for the evening. He agrees that she will. She suggests maybe he try mingling a bit, as there are a lot of people here who missed him. Sonny runs into Anna, who tries to avoid him. Sonny asks how Dex is doing in the academy. Anna refuses to discuss that with him and says he should know better than to ask. She walks off and Natalia grabs Sonny to find their seats. Brooklyn and Chase thank Gio for his beautiful playing. Chase asks how they are related. She explains they are cousins, and he gets his musical talent from his mother's Cerullo side. Chase asks about his dad, and Gio explains he died in the military when he was young. Chase points Dex out to him as a former military officer. Dante tells Sam no matter what his cousins try, they are not going to the after-party. She jokes that cowardice is a new look for him. Eventually, everyone gathers to give toasts, and Maxie says the most important thing she learned from Brooklyn is that just because someone has a falling out with a friend, it doesn't have to stay that way. She also asks Chase not to arrest his wife anymore. Brooklyn and Maxie hug. Brooklyn thanks Olivia for being the best wicked stepmother. Lois and Ned look on and are proud of their daughter. Gio meets Dex and says he was told he served in Afghanistan. He explains his dad did too, and was killed there, and he wanted to let Dex know that what he did was pretty important. Gio asks if he liked serving. Dex says he did, and he spent a lot of time thinking about home. He's sure his dad thought about him and his mom a lot, and would be proud of him. Sonny glares at them from a distance. Sonny asks Lois to stop Gio from talking to Dex, who isn't trustworthy. Lois tells him to calm down and let it go. Spinelli lets Maxie know how beautiful she looks. They're interrupted when Sam pulls him away to talk. They step out of the ballroom, and Sam informs Spinelli that Jason has been working for the FBI as an informant. She says Jason told her so, and they both assume the FBI has evidence against him and is forcing him to work for them. Sam says they have to find it. Spinelli says he's in, and Sam hugs him. Back in the ballroom, Chase and Brooklyn share their first dance, followed by Chase dancing with Lois and Brooklyn with Ned. Chase eventually asks Gloria to dance, and Brooklyn helps Gregory up to dance with her without his cane. Ned takes Olivia out on the floor for a dance. Chase mouths thank you to Brooklyn. Kristina sees her dad at the bar and tells Lois she thinks he's having a good time. Lois says of course he is, and he's a stand-up guy. Eventually, more poppy music is played, and Dex invites Joss to dance, and she accepts. Brooke Lynn invites Sonny out to dance, and Chase asks Violet to join him. Eventually, Brooke Lynn tosses the bouquet, and Violet catches it. Jordan catches Drew taking off. He offers her a ride if she wants to split, but she is going to stay. Drew was hoping to tell her about his meeting with the congressman, who gave him a lot to think about. He says he'll have to fill her in tomorrow, and she calls him a tease. Dex approaches Gloria to offer her some water, and she asks how he's related to everyone. Dex explains he is training to be a cop and works with Chase and Dante. Gloria gushes about their family, and Lois approaches. Gloria suggests to Lois she introduce Dex to her cousin Lucia. Lois tells her mom to stop pressuring Dex, though agrees he should meet Lucia. Sonny looks over and fumes. Sam tells Brooke Lynn how much trouble she used to be, and look at her now. Brooke Lynn jokes that it's because she married a cop, and that Sam should try it. Sam realizes she got burned. Michael and Willow tell Dex and Joss that they saw them on the dance floor and that they compliment Dex's nice moves. Dex spots a hearing aid on the floor, and Willow says it's probably Carmine's. Dex goes off to look for him, and Sonny follows. Jason spots this and knows trouble is coming. The guests start to file out to the after party. Chase walks Gregory, Tracy, and Violet out. Finn thanks Liz. She asks for what? He answers, for everything, always. They head out as well. Patty tries to persuade Dante, Jordan, and the others to come to the after party. Dante and Jordan make excuses for why they can't go, so Spinelli and Maxie offer to drive them and push them into attending. Outside the ballroom, Sonny confronts Dex about enjoying himself with the Cerullos, who he says are his people. He warns Dex to stay away from his family. Dex says he was invited. Sonny says he's a snitch, a spy, and is lucky to be breathing. Sonny warns him to stay away from his family, or he may not be breathing much longer. Sonny turns to walk away. Dex grabs him by the arm and says he's not his enemy, and Sonny decks him. Back in the ballroom, Natalia tells Kristina she's misplaced her father. She asks Kristina to tell her dad she had a great time as she's heading up to her room. Kristina and Blaze plan to grab another slice of cake and head up to Blaze's room. Anna tells Olivia that she hosted a great evening. Olivia and Ned take off, and Anna gets a call from the hospital saying she'll be right there. Explain below. Michael asks Joss if she needs a lift, but Joss says she's okay. Willow tells Joss to have fun with the rest of her night. Brooke Lynn and Chase make their way up to their wedding suite. They crash on the bed, and Brooke Lynn says they did. So what now? Chase says now they have a great wedding night, followed by a great honeymoon, and then they spend the rest of their lives together. They kiss. Back outside the ballroom, Sonny is beating Dex bloody. Jason shows up and grabs Sonny and tells Dex to get out of there. Kristina walks in as Sonny is yelling that both Jason and Dex are traitors, and do they know what he does to traitors? He yells they are both dead and he's going to put a gun to their heads. In the Quartermain stables, Sasha drops by with a picnic basket. She just wrapped up delivering all the catering for the after party. Sasha felt so bad she couldn't attend the wedding, but Lois and Tracy had such a long list of food to prepare for the party she never thought she'd get it done. Sasha says Yuri and Leo are playing games and Monica wanted a light dinner, so they have the house all to themselves. She surprises him with some wine from the house that Ned didn't finish. Cody thinks this is an expensive wine and asks if she's sure the cutest won't mind. Sasha says they won't, and besides, this wine won't be any good come tomorrow. They sit down to dinner, and she wonders how the wedding is going. Cody assumes it's going well, unless the groom got cold feet, or the bride couldn't say, "I do." He rambles off a list of what could go wrong. Sasha chooses to believe it went perfectly, and can't wait to see the pictures. Cody goes to grab more wine, and Sasha stops him. Sasha asks if he has something against weddings. He doesn't, he just thought it was a cliché for all women to want the big fancy wedding. Sasha asks why it matters. He says if he ever convinced someone to marry him, he could never afford to get them the big fancy wedding of their dreams. Sasha says she doubts all women want to get married or have a big dream wedding, but traditionally the bride's family pays for the wedding. Sasha says sure, a big wedding is one way to celebrate love. He is all ears that she has another way. She says she and Brando got married in a garage, and they just wanted to get to the happily ever after part. She notes that obviously didn't happen. She says a wedding is just one day, but getting the chance to grow old with your best friend lasts a lifetime, or is supposed to. Cody admits he never pondered the ever after thing, and where he's from, the long-term thing didn't seem like an option. Sasha says getting married makes the long-term appear to be the natural thing to focus on, but sometimes you are disappointed. Cody notes that getting married to the one you love isn't bad, but focusing on the short-term leaves you open to surprises. Cody gets an idea, runs into the tack room, and brings out a radio. He turns it on and asks Sasha to dance, and she accepts. As they dance, Sasha thinks she really should be going to help clean up the after-party. Cody doesn't exactly push her away, and she doesn't split either. They continue to gaze into one another's eyes. In the Pentonville showers, an inmate finished washing up and heads out. Brennan is left holding a shiv and begins to sharpen it on the sink. A large menacing inmate enters, having seen the weapon, and demands he hand it over or he'll tell the guards. Brennan says no deal and knocks him out with 2 hits. Brennan then stabs himself in the side and places the weapon the other passed out inmate's hand. He passes out next to him. Brennan is brought to the hospital, and we hear doctors and nurses say he's lost a lot of blood and to get him into trauma 1. On the next General Hospital, Gregory and Finn clear the air. In their honeymoon suite, Chase presents Brooke Lynn with a small box and says, "Whatever my beautiful wife wants." On the phone, Alexis says, "You did not fail here." In the hospital, Anna tells Brennan he's never more dangerous than when he appears harmless. Joss tells a bloody Dex they have to get out of there. Kristina is sobbing on her knees with one hand on her belly. Blaze says she has to go to the hospital. Sonny points and says, "When did she come in?" Carly cries to Jason, "Sonny meant to do this." Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, General Hospital Update, and stay with us.